Now this illustration is illustrating power limited fire alarm circuits in 760.2 they're talked about. But notice again, we have the power source listed, but notice, excuse me, all the items that it might control. Lights, emergency exit lights, lights just come on to give you lighting to show you an escape path. Dampers and air conditioning plenums and things, and it's listed there. You have control equipment for doors, fans, elevators, activate extinguishers. You might have, say, fire alarms. You can have many items that you have to have the amount of power needed to control. You may have the control circuit and then power coming in. For example, to the motor and the duct that you see to the right down at the bottom. You would have a power control circuit that would energize a relay that would either close a damper or open it. So you would have two power sources. You would have a control power source to the relay that would operate the damper, but you would also have power to the motor. So, you know, these are the things you check if you have problems that we kind of get in with you in more detail in our work titled Generators, Transformers, Motor, and Compressor book, published, not published, but written by Stallcup and published by Builders Book Incorporated. Now, this goes over the system that says, yes, you got to have a power source, you got to have a supply, and you got to have the amount of power needed to provide power to relays. And then you need the power that would come in and supply power to maybe motors and other things that this lower voltage is just not designed to power up. So our figure 4-19 is showing your power source and the power limited fire alarm circuits that are routed to the devices and the items that you see in the illustration.